I gotta get a fucking new computer, bro.
Thanks for planning this. You deserve this.
You hear all fucking type of ads and shit. Fuck up my shit.
Real loud when you got convicted. Don't know who you is, but fuck what you heard. All of the talk ain't be for the birds. Interrogation, I won't say a word. On my body check every day like the first. I know they want.
YouTube, what's good with you? It's your boy BREEZE, and I'm back here with another reaction for you. And in today's video, we got Tory and we got Fetty. But you know, both of them been locked up for a while. Besides, one's getting blackballed like a motherfucker, getting lies told upon him. One on joining the drug gang. So, without any further ado, let's get into the video. I got my little thunder, huh?
In there got everybody talking. But what really caught my ear wasn't just the music, it was what he didn't say directly. Because behind the bars, Fetty's sending messages, and when you piece them together with what just happened to Tory Lanez, man, it start looking like foul play might have been involved, like straight up industry sabotage. And I ain't the only one peeping that. Fetty Wap, who's been locked up since 2022, just made his first official move in years. He dropped a new song from prison, and it sounds like he's reaching for more than just freedom. Word is, he's trying to get a presidential pardon by Christmas. That's a bold play. But what really stands out is the timing, because while Fetty's rebuilding his image from the inside, Tory Lanez got stabbed 14 times in prison by a convicted murderer with a long rap sheet. Ain't no way that was random. So I dug into this, deep. From the moment Fetty got locked up to what he said in his XXL prison interview, to what really went down with Tory and all the mysterious silence from the industry elites who seemed real loud when he got convicted. I got everything. The raw prison politics, the unspoken beefs, the court cover-ups, and the coded industry warnings. So here's the deal. Fetty Wap just released his first song in 3 years. And yeah, it bangs. But the message behind it, that's what got people shook. In the lyrics, he alludes to redemption, second chances, and being a free man by Christmas 2025, which lines up with insider whispers that his legal team is seriously pursuing a presidential pardon. Now don't get it twisted, this ain't some publicity stunt. Fetty's case is federal. In May 2023, he was sentenced to 6 years in prison after pleading guilty to conspiracy to distribute over 500 grams of cocaine. And that ain't even the full story. Back in October 2021, the feds picked him up right before he was about to perform at Rolling Loud, New York. And they didn't just grab him on speculation. The FBI found 16 kilos of cocaine, 2 kilos of heroin, fentanyl, guns, and over $1.5 million in cash. Like, this was serious kingpin-level charges. The feds even said it was a multi-state ring operating out of New Jersey and Long Island since 2019. His bond got revoked in 2022 when he allegedly threatened someone on FaceTime, calling him a rat and flashing a gun. That move alone made his chances of leniency real slim. But now, he's in prison reflecting, taking accountability, and reaching for something bigger. He said, "I take accountability for everything I did. I don't blame nobody. I'm just grateful I'm still here. I could have took music more serious instead of this route." Fetty's clearly making peace with his past. And in that same interview, he hinted that he's learning from folks in there doing 30, 50, even 120 years. That shook him. So now he's moving different, keeping his circle tight, cutting off snakes, and talking about how the system set him up when he was vulnerable. And let's be honest, the industry ain't built for black artists with no label backing. Fetty was already losing money, going through divorce, and getting robbed by his tour manager. I'll say maybe he only joined the drug game to support his family. Now here's where it gets real interesting. Around the same time Fetty was finding this clarity, Tory Lanez was facing the fight of his life. And just when Tory's team brought new evidence to prove he ain't shoot Megan, he got stabbed 14 times. Coincidence? Or was that a hit? Tory Lanez, born Daystar Peterson, is currently serving a 10-year sentence after being convicted for allegedly shooting Megan Thee Stallion. But y'all, you've been paying attention? That whole case was shaky from the jump. Now out of nowhere, Tory gets stabbed 14 times inside California Correctional Institution in Tehachapi. The alleged attacker? Santino Casio, a 42-year-old lifer with a record for attempted and 2 other deadly weapon assaults behind bars. Here's what we know. Casio been locked since 2004. He's not new to stabbing folks. And Tory, he's been locked up over 2 years with no prior prison incidents. So why now? Why him? Why this specific moment?
After over 2 years in prison, After over 2 years in prison without incident, Tory was stabbed 14 times just days after a major national news outlet reached out to Megan Pete's team, Kelsey Harris, and former DA George Gascon about a story on new evidence in this case.
Y'all already know what I'm thinking. He was targeted. Now check this. A few weeks before the stabbing, Tory's team presented new evidence in court claiming he was not the shooter and that Kelsey Harris, Megan's former best friend, actually fired the weapon.
They said DNA analysis showed that there was a 0.01% chance that Tory touched the actual gun itself.
There were 3 potential suspects in the car that night, and yet the only DNA sample was taken of Mr. Peterson, even though unknown DNA was found on the gun. Why wasn't Miss Harris's DNA taken?
There were 3 potential suspects, yet only Tory's DNA was tested. Not only that, word is, Tory Lanez helped overturn a case for an inmate facing 4 life sentences through the Hands of God project with Unite the People.
My name is Ladaro Penix II, and I want to sincerely thank Unite the People, Tory Lanez, and the Hands of God project for helping me receive a reversal in my case. I was sentenced to 4 life sentences, plus 74 years.
So now ask yourself, why would a dude like Casio, who ain't getting out, ever risk everything to go after Tory Lanez? He wouldn't, not unless somebody put a battery in his back. Now here's where things get dark. After Tory got stabbed, y'all noticed something weird? The whole industry went dead silent. No statements from major artists, no support from the same celebs who shouted, "Protect black women," when the Megan story dropped. Just crickets. But if you listen closely, the silence says everything. Tory Lanez wasn't just some artist caught in controversy. He was changing the game. Back in 2021, Tory dropped an NFT album, sold 1 million copies in under a minute, and made $1 million with 0 label involvement. Tory Lanez made $1 million in 57 seconds selling NFT albums for $1 each. No middleman, no label cut.
Y'all don't understand? I just cracked the industry. Y'all don't understand? I just cracked this. I just cracked this whole shit. It's over. I cracked the whole shit. It's over. It's over. No more middlemen. All y'all artists out there, your label.
You think the labels was cool with that? Nah. Tory cracked the code, and the execs took that personal. So when the Megan situation popped off, the machine didn't waste time. They backed Meg, pushed narratives, to Tory as the villain before trial even began. Even now, while folks like 50 Cent and Aiden Ross are calling out the lies, the industry's still pretending like Tory don't exist.
She said, "Were you intimate with Tory Lanez?" And she said, "What?" And then it was like, "No." And I was like, she lying.
It don't matter. She got caught stepping on glass in her body cam. They just found. Tory had no evidence on that. Yeah. Tory didn't do it. I promise you.
Either way, I like him.
Good.
His music, so.
Good. It's free Tory. It's always free Tory.
And then there's Rock Nation. Tory Lanez's name has been linked with Rock Nation ever since they started managing Megan. Some insiders believe they blackballed Tory behind the scenes, controlled the media spin, and used their power to push him out. I ain't saying Jay-Z himself ordered anything, but Tory, even Chris Brown, all been on the wrong side of rock at one point. Take this. Tory and DDG dropped a track 5 months ago taking shots at them. Not long after, Tory gets stabbed, DDG gets accused of domestic abuse with no evidence. Coincidence again? Y'all see the pattern? And let's talk about the petition. Over 100,000 people signed a plea for Governor Gavin Newsom to pardon Tory after evidence showed no DNA, no fingerprints, and no residue linked him to the gun.
No DNA, no fingerprints, missing bullet fragments.
Even Unite the People, a non-profit legal group, is backing Tory and demanding the case be reopened.
That Mr. Peterson did not shoot Miss Pete, did not shoot at Miss Pete, or did not assault Miss Pete. It's just another irregularity in the list of irregularities in this case.
His lawyers say Megan's ex-bestie Kelsey fired the gun, not Tory. And Kelsey's bodyguard even confirmed she confessed to the shooting. But somehow, none of that made it to major headlines. Ask yourself why. This whole thing feels like a setup. And if Fetty Wap, another artist blackballed after his peak, is seeing all this from inside and calling for change, then maybe this whole mess is bigger than both of them. Now, if we're gonna be real, Fetty Wap's prison drop wasn't just a flex. It was a coded...
You know what? It didn't start with a big bang.
Message. From the mention of a presidential pardon to the sudden comeback energy, Fetty's telling us he got insight most of us overlooking. Remember, Fetty been in federal for a major trafficking charge. He's seen the prison system from the inside. He know what political silence feels like. And the fact that he's speaking up now, right when Tory's getting silenced, that ain't no coincidence. Let's zoom out. Fetty Wap and Tory Lanez got a few things in common. Both had rapid mainstream success, fall out with the same system that once praised them. Both are now locked up under suspicious narratives, with Fetty trying to reclaim his name, and Tory getting dragged deeper into a setup. And both of their cases revolve around timing. Fetty gets locked when he's building a comeback. Tory gets stabbed right as new evidence comes out. Ain't no way that's all coincidence. Even in Fetty's case, you can clearly paint a picture.
I'm gonna end the video here. Like, subscribe, comment, you know, all that shit. Fuck Megan, free that nigga Tory, free Breezy, free Fetty. I'm put the, like I told y'all in the video, I'm gonna put the full video and the link just down below. And yeah, bro, fuck with me, bro. I'm about to start dropping consistently, you know, all that good shit. Yeah. I'm gonna see y'all niggas later.